Well, to be honest, I'm still a bit nervous going out in the dark. I'll be honest about that.
The statistics are so high, and it's actually quite scary, like when you go out, not even for yourself but for like the people you know, and I can't imagine how scary it must be for like our parents.
James was very excited coming to the UK. When you're in Jamaica and you're coming abroad, you're thinking, I'm going to a foreign country.
We held a Halloween party on Scar Green Field a few years ago, and a couple of the local young lads seen a yellow jacket walking across the fields, and they were like, oh, we're off, here's the plot. And we said, it's only Jackie. You know, Jackie's been in the school with you since you were that big. And they were like, oh, that's sound, then we'll stay.
Well, I was on my mobility scooter going up to the shop, actually, and I couldn't get between the lamppost and the curb edge because there was a guy stood there. So I said to him, quite naturally, excuse me, can I get by, please?
One of police's key roles is to reduce crime, and just doing enforcement doesn't get that. Police have to get into communities, they have to get into schools, they have to get into youth centres.
After moving here, I began to be aware of stabbings that were happening, and it seemed so normalized. And I was worried for my sons.
As a youth worker years ago, there was a lot more of you. So having enough youth workers to go around is really, really hard.
All of a sudden, without saying a word, he swung a punch at me, boom, about here, and continued. He hit me in actual fact about a dozen times. I just wondered what was happening.
The boy that James saved had an altercation with a boy, and the boy showed him a knife. The boy then went over to him and took it off him. And then he sent a message to his friend and said, this boy has taken my shank and this is going to be a wrap, which means they're going to go look for him to kill him.
A few years ago, we had a really active working partnership. The police, the councillors, the local housing associations and stuff like that. But over the last, I'd say the last 3 years, to me, it's like after a war. Everything's been cut, everything's gone.
You know, this was a hub for policing in this part of the county. I worked here on a major incident room. Traffic officers, intelligence officers, CID officers all worked out at this station. The Conservatives reduced the amount of money spent on policing. This led to police stations like this closing down.
Everything's going downhill very fast. And I mean, on the incident with me, and believe me, there's far worse that is happening than what happened to me.
They came looking for that boy. They attacked him. And that was when James saw what was happening. The community saw what was happening. James intervened. They ran, except the one that remained. James was then trying to get the knife from him, but he switched the arm and put the knife in the other hand and stabbed James in the heart. Where is the safety mechanism in place for these young people? Where is a source for them to speak to someone to prevent them from committing such acts?